Thanks for tuning in. No more excuses. October 9th, Wilder, Fury. The battle for heavyweight supremacy continues to delight fight fans worldwide. The UK, the US, Bangladesh, Mexico. We all want to know who holds the crown for boxing's most prestigious weight class, while consciousness looms above the flesh upon impact from one-punch KO power. Conscious and subconscious reconnect, resurrect. I gotta beat the count. Wilder, Fury, 3. The Trilogy. It all started with smiles and handshakes. Shit was sweet, but now Wilder's waist deep in the water, shadow boxing at the beach, with hopes of winning the rematch. We gonna take a look back on how we got here. Welcome to No More Excuses. Wilder, Fury, the Trilogy. The tale of two giants, Goliaths. One from the US, one from the UK. December 1st, 2018. No more press conference, no more training. It's fight night. Both fighters come out and it's toe-to-toe. Wilder's already looking for the big right hand. Right hand cocked and locked like a CZ-75 ready for war. The fight is very, very close to call. Most people have Fury ahead by a slight margin as he displays superior boxing skills, piling up a few 10-9 rounds. Then it happened. In the 9th round, Wilder, climbing back on the scorecards, set up the perfect shot. Down goes Fury. But Fury came marching back like it never happened, trying to walk down Wilder for retribution. The next 2 rounds are very close to call. Then in the 12th round, it happened again. Set up by the perfect shot by Wilder. Down goes Fury. Some thought he was out cold. I thought he had passed on and his soul was in a better place. Fury, true warrior, heart of a lion, climbed off the canvas and starts to walk down Wilder again. Ding ding. Both corners thought the victory was theirs. A draw is the outcome. Now it's time for the rematch. After the first fight, many sports pundits thought Fury was robbed, from the likes of Mike Tyson, Stephen A. Smith, and C. Anthony. All thought Fury should have gotten the victory. Talks of a rematch were on the rise real quickly. Both camps saying, let's get it on. Let's settle this once and for all. Days and weeks passed, and a fight date was chosen. Both fighters vowed to make changes that would finish off the other fighter for good in KO fashion. After the going 12 rounds in the first fight, both fighters said the second fight would be much easier than the first, saying, I saw something, and they would exploit that in the second fight. Wilder and Mark Breland got right back to business, putting in long hours in the gym. Wilder has a 97% KO rate, the best in boxing as we know it. Wilder and his team were quite sure the rematch was going to end by KO. Real fast, real quick is what Deontay Wilder was saying. Meanwhile, Fury stepped into the Crunk gym to sharpen up and add a few finishing touches to his repertoire. Feeling like he was robbed, he wanted to bring a new look to his style and his game plan, enlisting the help of Sugar Hill, nephew of the legendary boxing trainer, the late, great Emanuel Stewart. And as always, under the watchful eye of his father, Big John Fury. Fury, feeling Wilder's power and touching the canvas twice already, devised a plan so it wouldn't happen again in the rematch. Can't let that happen. When Wilder's coming forward, his powers increase. So guess what's the strategy? You guessed it. Put Wilder on the back foot. Take some of the steam off of his punches. And also, let's not leave this in the hand of the judges. Fury and his team has a plan till you get punched in the mouth. Wilder and his team said that they were ready and they were going for the knockout. And Fury's team saying Wilder is going to sleep. Both teams agree to terms. Both fighters sign on the dotted line. Fight night, February 22nd, 2020. Wilder's costume had me confused. But anyway, both fighters in the corner, ready to go. Wilder looks cool and calm. Fury looks amped and ready to get to business. After the opening bell, Fury literally runs to the middle of the ring. In less than 6 seconds, Wilder's already on the back foot. Fury landed a strong jab, keeping Wilder backing up, took the first round, raising his hand, staring Deontay Wilder in his eyes, he walked back to his corner. More in the second, jab, jab, jab. 1-2, 1-2. Both men added on extra weight to absorb the other's punishment so that the impact would be a little bit less and they wouldn't feel the impact. Wilder was looking for the big right hand, but he could only land the big right hand. He could only get grazing shots on that. Fury was ducking and dodging, slipping many of Wilder's shots, but moving steadily forward, slowly trying to close the distance. Then in the third round it happened. Wilder up against the ropes. Fury lands a 1-2, very clean 1-2 that sent Wilder to the canvas. Wilder climbed off the canvas like a true warrior, shaking it off, ready for more. But Fury, sticking to his game plan to knock Wilder out, kept marching forward on the back foot, pressing Deontay Wilder, pushing, landing jabs more and more, throwing combinations that were starting to take its toll on Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champ. As the fight progressed, it seemed like Wilder's elite equilibrium was off, struggling to keep his footing and having a hard time with his balance and having a hard time landing shots also. As Fury gained confidence, he slowly began to put together combinations. As Fury powers on points, winning round after round, Wilder still finding it hard to recover and giving him a tough time around the ring. Fury went upstairs, then down to the body, that put Wilder down for the second time in the fight. But the Tuscaloosa, Alabama native was a true warrior, has the warrior spirit. He once again climbed off the canvas and shook it off. Moving on, Fury really ramped up his offense, putting Wilder in the corner, pushing him, pushing, 1-2, 1-2, straight punches in Wilder's corner, and the towels thrown in. TKO victory. The Gypsy King, the new champion. Now here we are, the Trilogy. The day after the fight, Wilder's camp already had reasons why he had lost the fight, starting with Mark Breland, complaining that Breland threw in the towel prematurely. Many would say the same thing, but Breland was only looking out for the well-being of his fighter. Wilder's ear was busted, leaking fluid, and Breland did not want that to continue. It could have long-term effects on any heavyweight fighter, any fighter, period. Breland didn't want the assault to continue. Wilder called him a traitor and refused to let him into the locker room after the fight. There had to be another reason. It was the suit, weighing 40 pounds. It must have took some of his energy during the long ring walk. Scrap that one. It had to be the Fury. He cheated. Look at the gloves. But in the first fight, the gloves looked the same way and they moved the same way. There were many reasons for the loss. It wasn't his loss of his lack of boxing skills. It had to be something else. Mark Breland lost his job and then stepped Malik Scott, looking to bring in more discipline into the camp. In July, the fight was all set, but Fury pulled out due to a positive C-19 test. Fight postponed. Many think he faked it. Rumors around the boxing world said Fury wasn't sick. He wasn't having a good training camp with sparring partner Jared Anderson, who was having his way with Fury, leaving him battered and bruised. Rumors of late night partying that Fury and Sugar Hill would attend many parties, and that weren't helping the camp. Fury can party with the best of them. After hearing the Las Vegas rumors, Dad, Big John Fury, made the call. Shut it down. Shut down training camp. Tyson, get back to the UK. John Fury is weary about his son's circle. With good reason. Watch the circle before they hurt you. What up, Hassan? Here we are approaching October 9th. The UK versus the US. Prepare for battle once more. Fury lied at the press conference. Wilder, calm, cool, reluctant to even look at Fury. This week, Wilder sent a message. I hope he's training like his life depends on it. Because his life depends on it. Fury responded 10 minutes later like Tupac. I'm gonna smash your fucking face in again, Wilder. Fuck your message. Fury says knockout inside of 5. Wilder promises to make him pay. October 9 is approaching. It's almost Judgment Day. Fury looks sharp and content. Wilder, the heavyweight division's #1 KO artist, says he's ready. What do we know? The fight is in 2 days. It's Judgment Day. No more excuses. Wilder, Fury, 3, the Trilogy. Good.